welcome to your University of Toledo's 2015 Spring Commencement. Our processional into the arena will be led by the Grand Marshal, the University President, members of the University of Toledo Board of Trustees, and University administrators. We will begin our ceremony with the presentation of the flag of the United States. This will be led by our award-winning Pershing Rifles Color Guard of the University of Toledo Army ROTC. The presentation of the flag will be followed by the processional.
Good morning. With 6,000 people, we have to do a lot better. Good morning. I am Nagi Naganathan, Interim President of the University of Toledo. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to one of our favorite celebrations. Commencement is a celebration of personal growth, of the merits of hard work, and of the opportunities afforded by higher education. Today, we celebrate those who enter the workforce as global citizens. Our graduates will lead lives more interconnected than ever before, and I am so proud of the role the University of Toledo has played in preparing the next generation of leaders. Graduates, we are so proud of you. At this time, I request you to stand and join me in opening our ceremonies by singing the national anthem, which will be led by Nina Eda. Nina is a junior majoring in vocal music education. She is from Cleveland, Ohio. Members of the University of Toledo's Pershing Rifles Color Guard will present the colors. Please be seated. Nina, thank you for that beautiful rendition. Members of the graduating class, trustees, faculty, distinguished guests, parents, and friends, good morning to you. To all of our graduates at the outset, you did it. No matter your journey to this place, I know it was not always an easy one. There were hurdles, barriers, and many opportunities to give up and take an easier path, but you did not. I hope you are as proud of your accomplishments as I am. I know today is a special day, and there are many moms in the audience who are beaming with pride as their children become college graduates. On this Mother's Day, I want to express our sincere thanks to all of the moms whose love and support made this achievement possible for their sons and daughters. And a special congratulations to all of the moms who are also graduates here today. Successfully achieving their own education goals while working the most important and demanding job there is, being a mom. Could all of the mothers here please stand to be recognized? Yeah, very happy Mother's Day to all of you. I would like to thank the dedicated faculty and staff, the mentors, the teachers, and advisors, whose work has enabled the accomplishment of the milestones we are celebrating today. It's our graduates who achieve, but it is our faculty and staff who provide that environment for success. Their intellect, enthusiasm, and energy are key to our UT students reaching their full potential. Will all the faculty and staff who are able to be with us today please rise and be recognized? Faculty and staff. I want to recognize the college and alumni marshals for their contributions today. Will the college and alumni marshals please rise and be recognized? College and alumni marshals. Thank you. At this time, I ask Professor John Barrett, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, to present his opening remarks. Professor Barrett.
Thank you, Dr. Naganathan. Congratulations, members of the class of 2015. And welcome to all of the parents, grandparents, siblings, children, spouses, significant others, and friends of today's honorees. And a special welcome to the mothers here on Mother's Day. Thank you for joining us. This is an exciting and momentous day for you, our graduates. After years of hard work, dedication, and way too much pizza, you have finally reached your destination, graduation. But this is not just your day. Everyone here shares in your pride and joy, just as they have shared in both your successes and struggles in getting here. So members of the graduating class, please make sure to thank the friends, family, and professors who have helped make today possible for you. Of course, before we ask you to move the tassel on your mortarboard signifying graduation, you will endure welcoming remarks and speeches from a number of us admonishing you to reflect on what you have accomplished during your journey to get here today and to think about how you should take what you have learned here at the University of Toledo and build upon it to improve the human condition, as our mission statement says. These will no doubt be important and thoughtful remarks, and you should heed their wisdom. But I would like to take my few minutes up here to tell you to do something else as well, to have fun. Obviously, you will do this in your free time and in the extracurriculars you pursue, but you should also do so in your career. You are among the most fortunate people on the planet by having earned a college degree. This will open doors and create opportunities for you that you cannot even imagine now. You will have choices. So as you consider these opportunities, my advice to you is to spend your time doing something you love. You will spend more of your waking life at your job than anything else, including the time you spend with your spouse and children, so I encourage you to find a profession you are passionate about. This may not come with your first job. I know it didn't for me. But the average person my age has had over 11 different jobs in his or her lifetime, and they're predicting you will have around 20 in your lifetimes. So you have plenty of time to figure it out. I have been blessed to have a job where I look forward to coming to work every day, and I cannot overstate what a difference it makes. Today marks the end of one chapter in your life and the beginning of another. Going forward, you will experience successes and failures. Hopefully, you will strive to make a difference, because if you do, then you will. And you will work hard for your accomplishments, just as you have to reach today's milestone. But through it all, remember to have fun. Life is about the journey, not the destination. Tomorrow you will begin that new journey, but for today, celebrate what you have accomplished. You have earned it. Once again, congratulations and thank you.
It's now my distinct pleasure to recognize several distinguished individuals who have joined us to celebrate this graduation. I would like to begin with those members of our Board of Trustees who are with us this morning. I will ask them to stand and to be recognized as I call their names. Please hold your applause until all of our trustees in attendance have been introduced. First, Mr. Joseph Zerbe IV, Chairman of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Stephen Kavanaugh, Mr. Jeffrey Cole, Dr. S. Amjad Hussain, and Mr. Gary Thiemann. Please join me in thanking them for their selfless service to the university and our students. Also at this time, I would like to recognize several members of the platform party. I ask them to stand as the names are called. Again, please hold your applause until all have been recognized. First, Professor Mary Humphreys, Grand Marshal and Vice President of Faculty Senate, Dr. Julie Fisher-Kenny, Interim Dean, U College, Dr. Timothy Gaspar, Dean, College of Nursing, Dr. Lakeisha Ransom, Dean, Jessup Scott Honors College, Dr. Frank Calzanetti, Vice President for Government Relations, Dr. Cameron Cruikshank, Vice President for Enrollment and Online Education, Ms. Brenda Lee, President, the University of Toledo Foundation, Dr. William Messer, Vice President for Research, Dr. Godfrey Ovego, Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer, Mr. Peter Papadimos, Vice President and General Counsel, Mr. Vernon Snyder, Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Ms. Jovita Thomas Williams, Vice President for Human Resources and Talent Development and Chief Human Resources Officer, Mr. Kevin West, Associate Vice Provost for Faculty Labor Relations and Academic Inclusion Officer, Mr. David Kutry, Director of Internal Audit and Chief Compliance Officer, Dr. Ron Opp, Graduate Council Chair, and Mr. Cody Spoon, the newly elected President of Student Government. Please join me in a round of applause for our distinguished guests. And please be seated. I now call upon Board of Trustees Chair, Mr. Joseph Zerbe IV, who will introduce our commencement speaker. Mr. Zerbe.
Thank you, Dr. Naganathan. It is my pleasure and my distinct pleasure to introduce to you this morning Ohio Senate President Keith Faber. President Faber represents District 12, encompassing all of Allen, Champaign, Mercer, and Shelby counties, as well as portions of Auglaize, Darke, and Logan counties. Prior to his election to the Senate, he served 3 terms in the Ohio House of Representatives. President Faber is the principal partner with Faber & Associates in Salina, a law firm specializing in civil litigation and mediation. He earned his Juris Doctorate from the Ohio State University. We are pleased and excited to have Senator Faber as our guest this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Ohio President Keith Faber.
Mr. President, Chairman Zerbe, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, families, and most important, graduates. My heartfelt congratulations today on this important accomplishment. I'm honored to join you today at one of the biggest and most significant moments of your entire life. I assure you, however, there are many more to come. I've crossed the stage much like this on 3 separate occasions. They were all beautiful days. My family was there. I will never forget walking across the stage and receiving my diplomas. But there are 2 things I don't remember about any one of those days. The first is who the commencement speaker was. And the second, what they had to say. So I'm sure today will be no different for any of you. And so I'm not going to stand up and give you a long speech. I know your minds are on a lot of other things. And we did say we were going to have some fun today. And so I also know that I'm one of the few people standing between you and getting the heck out of school. So I know when to keep it brief. So let's start out with a famous line from a noted philosopher from the 1980s, a guy named Ferris Bueller. Now, I'm not sure if I'm dating myself, but some of you may know who he is. He famously said, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So today is your day to stop and look around. It is this moment in your life that you will remember all of the rest of your life. It is both the end of a long and hard-fought journey, but also the beginning of a next chapter. Hopefully you sit here today with big dreams and lofty goals. With that belief, simply know that if you try hard enough, you can do something to change the world. I know because my story's not much different than any of yours. I'm the youngest of 4 brothers and sisters. My mom and dad divorced when I was 6. Mom was a nurse. Mom did the best she could raising us kids as a single parent. We understood the value of hard work very young, and we were always encouraged to help out and do what we could. I mowed lawns and shoveled snow well before I was 10. I remember my first paycheck job when I was 12 as a part-time janitor at a Culligan Water Conditioning. I remember riding my bike to clean toilets and sweep the floors. I got to interact with other workers and noticed how the salespeople who worked on commission got paid more depending on how successful they were and how hard they worked. That stuck with me. From there, I went to work for a couple who had started a little hometown pizza restaurant. Literally, they risked their house for the American dream. I saw both their commitment and their concerns every day to see if they were going to make it or not. And when Friday would come and they added up the register take, they would know whether next week was going to be another opportunity for them to keep working as entrepreneurs. Again, I witnessed hard work and learned the value of taking risk. When I turned 16, I was able to work for that American icon, McDonald's. You know, where I learned if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. I see some of you shared my experience. When I graduated from high school, I became the very first in my family to go on to college. And some of you might be wondering, with the last name Faber, if I in fact went to Faber College. Again, like Ferris Bueller, that's a reference to my youth in a movie called Animal House. Let's just say I know it wasn't the Germans who bombed Pearl Harbor. So yes, I did go on to college, and with scholarships and working through college, I was fortunate enough to graduate. Then I went on to law school and worked my way through law school, bartending and waiting tables and working other jobs. I'm honored to say that the good Lord, the great state of Ohio, and a lot of hard work have blessed me in this land of opportunity. Now, I'm honored to be married to my wife, Andrea, who is a UT doctoral student right now, who with any luck, will be crossing this stage in a year or two having finished up. Together, we have 2 children, Adam, who turned 10 last Sunday, and Brooke, who turns 8 today. So, Brooke, you're supposed to be watching on the internet. Happy birthday, Brookie. And to make sure I still have a home to go to, happy Mother's Day, dear. And to all the mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day to you too. Whether you're a graduate or a parent, your hard work is being honored here today. While Andrea and I aren't perfect parents, we always try to be parents first. And like you and your families, we love our kids and want them to achieve all that is in their God-given potential. You know, that's why we believe in Ohio. That's why I want to talk to you about Ohio's future, and that's why I work so hard in Columbus to make a strong future for your family, my family, and all of our kids and grandkids. Simply, that's what the University of Toledo is all about. You know, my job as president of the Ohio Senate is one of those things I get to do every week is to meet with the governor and the speaker. And we sit down and talk about Ohio's priorities. And we talk about where we want Ohio to be, not just tomorrow, but in the next 20 years. And let me tell you, we're laser focused on growing jobs in the economy in our state. And we're doing it for a simple reason: you. We want to make sure we have opportunities for you to stay in Ohio. In order to be successful as a state, we need a well-educated workforce. The governor has said, and I think we all agree, that a higher education system that's working and effective can be one of the greatest assets that Ohio has. Simply put, it's what companies care about, and it's what Ohio needs to be the state of the next generation. That's why I issued the Ohio Senate 5% Challenge to Ohio's public colleges and universities. Simply put, we're asking Ohio's public institutions to reduce student cost by 5%. As a person who knows firsthand the high cost of higher education, yes, like you, I have written checks to the University of Toledo, but unlike many of you, I still have to write those checks for the next couple of years. I'm excited to tell you, however, that UT, like most of Ohio's other colleges and universities, are trying to achieve this goal, and many are working to exceed it. Simply put, we're bringing cost for students down, and that's cost all the way across the board. We're asking faculty members to think outside the box and lower textbook cost. We're asking universities to keep fees in check. We're giving additional state aid to lower tuition. But in the end, it's the things like partnerships that University of Toledo has entered into with community colleges to try and get students across the finish line faster and more efficiently. Look, I know you all have achieved. Hopefully you did it in less than 4 years for a bachelor's degree. But the reality is programs that call for 5 and 6 are not efficient. And so we're calling for those to be modified and improved. We can do it, we must do it, and we will do it because we expect you to be a big part of the future of Ohio. Now, some are getting your undergraduate degrees and have plans to continue your college career. Others will take the degree you've earned and enter the workforce. For others, this isn't the first time you've walked across the stage. Maybe you lost a job or just wanted to gain a new skill. Today marks the start of that new career. Whatever situation fits you, you are doing this to better yourself. This is a degree that no one can take away from you. Ultimately, it will allow you and your families to get ahead. And in turn, that will better your community, this state, and ultimately our country. Now, we'll all take different paths, but just as I learned growing up, and I'm sure you know well as well, the path of hard work, determination, and living with integrity will always end up with success. Now, there may be bumps in the road, there may be twists and turns, but that's life. But staying true to those foundational principles, you know, the ones Mom gave you, will make sure you stay on the right course. I'm often reminded of what President Teddy Roosevelt once said about public service, and his words are worth repeating today. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them any better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, and who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcomings, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and at the worst, if he fails, at least fails with daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat. Graduates, my challenge to you today is to live those words. Be a leader. If you want to make a difference, get in the game. Show courage and determination, even if you come up short. And believe me, you will come up short from time to time. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 attempts to win public office or positions of leadership before eventually becoming president. Thomas Edison tried more than 10,000 times before he finally came up with a successful light bulb. And he famously said, many of life's failures are people who didn't realize how close they were to success before they gave up. The Wright brothers spent years flying and crashing gliders before that day in December of 1903 when their flyer took flight at about 120 feet for 12 seconds. 5 years later, they would be welcomed to the White House by President Taft, who presented them with medals and commended them for, quote, keeping your nose right at the job until you had accomplished what you determined to do. They came up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. Finally, find a worthy cause greater than yourself. Be determined to make a difference. Now, I'm going to be very candid with you this afternoon. Actually, it's morning. We're not quite yet to afternoon. Your country needs you at this very moment in history. We need your energy. We need your talent. We need your vision. But most importantly, we need your leadership. As Teddy Roosevelt would say, you are already in the arena. From here, life will mar your face with dust, sweat, and blood as you work towards triumph and achievement. Earlier, I started my speech with a line from that great philosopher Ferris Bueller. Perhaps more profound is a word of wisdom from the great Roman general Maximus. What we do in life echoes in eternity. Today, the rest of your book is unwritten. You are the author, and the story is up to you. I know with confidence that anyone walking on this stage today can stand before an audience of young people as the President of the Ohio Senate. All it takes is a little hard work. You attended this fine institution and finished the course. This school is now part of your identity. I encourage you to support it, to promote it, and to strive every day to honor its reputation. Most importantly, never forget the people who invested in you, and focus on investing in others. In the words of Emerson, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path to leave a trail. Congratulations to you, the class of 2015. Congratulations to your friends and family who supported you in this achievement. Some of those people are parents who dug into their own savings to make sure you got a good education. Some of those parents allowed you to live at home so you could save a little money. I guarantee you that was a sacrifice. Some of you are married, and don't forget your spouse who had to pick up all the extra work around the house, run the errands, manage the kids so you could attend class or get some extra study time in. Maybe it's a friend or teacher who helped push you to the finish line. Go up to them and tell them thanks. And most importantly, make sure you go out from here today and make them proud. Thank you for inviting me. May God bless you in your future endeavors. May you strive every day to fully fulfill your God-given opportunities and use your talents to advance those things that you hold dear. May God bless the University of Toledo, Ohio, and our grateful nation. Thank you.
Thank you, President Faber. Thank you for sharing your very inspiring personal life journey. It is truly an American dream where one becomes successful through hard work, determination, and initiative. Congratulations. I should also mention that this is also the first time I've heard in a speech Ferris Bueller getting the same billing as the President of the United States. So. Again, thank you for your counsel and advice to our graduates. They were right on. I also want to thank you for your service to the citizens of Ohio. If I'm reading my tea leaves right, there are great things ahead for you and the state. Congratulations. And I wish you the very best. Now, I do want to recognize two of President Faber's guests today. I want to recognize Brad Bales and Laura Braun, who is able to be with us today I want to thank them for being here on the Mother's Day. So please join me in recognizing those two as well. Now, President Faber referred to the Animal House. Those of us that are old enough will associate with that movie. Now, in that movie, there is President Faber who gets a statue, and the statue says, "Knowledge is good." Now, today, we are not going to be presenting President Faber with a statue, but we are going to honor him with an honorary degree. So that takes us to the next part of the program. So I now call upon Mr. Joseph Zerbe IV, Chair of the Board of Trustees, who will present Senator Keith Faber for the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Administration.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Senator Keith Faber, who is a candidate for an honorary degree. Provost Barrett will present the citation for this candidate.
Senate President Keith Faber, your political career, dedicated to fiscal responsibility and the encouragement of new and exciting existing businesses in the Buckeye State, has been marked with distinction during your 3 terms in the Ohio House of Representatives and your current position as Ohio Senate President. In representing the 12th State Senate District, you have made it your mission to make Ohio a state that is nationally recognized as the best place to live, work, and raise a family. Your key initiatives to make Ohio a more business-friendly state include removing regulations on businesses, reducing income taxes by 10%, and cutting small business taxes by 50%. You also led the call on the United States Congress to pass a balanced budget amendment. You have been a strong advocate for lower taxes, for restraint in state spending, and for an overall smaller, more responsible government. For your efforts, you were named a watchdog of the Treasury 5 times in 2004, 2006, 2008, 2010, and 2012. An Outstanding Legislator of the Year in 2004 by the United Conservatives of Ohio. As well, you performed valuable service as Vice Chairman of the Senate Insurance, Commerce, and Labor Committee, as a member of the Budget Writing, Finance, and Financial Institutions Committee, and as Chairman of the Senate Standing Committee on Government Oversight. You continue to represent the Senate on the State Ballot Board, the Joint Legislative Ethics Committee, the Legislative Service Commission Board, and the Redistricting, Reapportionment, and Demographic Research Legislative Task Force. Your work on regulatory reform brought you recognition from the National Federation of Independent Business, which honored you with the Guardian of Small Business Award in 2010, a year in which you were also named Public Official of the Year by the Ohio Restaurant Association. For promoting pro-family values, you also received the Public Service Award from Moms for Ohio. Your service to the community remains strong and wide-ranging. You hold membership in the Mercer County Republican Party, several different chambers of commerce and farm bureaus, and the Salina Moose Lodge, the Salina Eagles Lodge, the Right to Life of Ohio and Mercer County, the National Rifle Association, Mercer County Sportsmen, Lima Sabres, and you served 2 terms as the Mercer-Auglaize YMCA Board of Directors. Senate President Faber, for your continued commitment to business growth, family values, and fiscal prudence, the University of Toledo is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Public Administration honoris causa.
Senate President Faber, we are so honored to have you with us today. Please know that the University of Toledo is very proud of you and your leadership role in the Ohio Senate. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Administration. Congratulations. At this time, I invite Dr. Thomas Wakefield, President of our University of Toledo's Alumni Association, to welcome the members of our graduating class to the distinguished ranks of our alumni body. Dr. Wakefield.
President Naganathan, honored and distinguished guests, faculty, staff members, family, friends, all mothers on Mother's Day, and graduates. On behalf of the University of Toledo Alumni Association, I would like to add our congratulations to the good wishes of everyone here today. Although today is a time for celebration and for parties, we know of the hard work that went into getting this degree. And once the parties are over, we know that you'll be anxious to take your diploma out into the world and make a difference. You now have the tools, and there are opportunities out there for you. We hope that all of you, no matter what fields you enter, take up leadership roles of one sort or another. You owe it to yourselves, and you owe it to the future. We have great faith in you, and we know that you'll make us proud. To help you remain connected to UT and other alums as well, we are giving you a complimentary membership to the UT Alumni Association. It is free for 1 year. The Alumni Association can enrich your life with connections for many years to come. There are UT alumni located throughout the world. Wherever you may go, your Alumni Association can help you find them. Plus, the association will keep you connected with your alma mater. So as of right now, you belong. Welcome, and go Rockets.
Thank you, Dr. Wakefield. President Naganathan, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests and parents, relatives, and friends of the graduates, it is my pleasure to announce the presentation of our degree candidates. Today, there are 165 candidates for doctoral degrees. I now call Dr. Susan Pocott, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Graduate Studies, who will present the candidates for doctoral degrees from the Judith College of Education and the Colleges of Health Science and Social Justice and Human Service.
Good morning. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please rise? President Naganathan, I have the honor to present candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Occupational Therapy Doctorate. The completion of a doctoral degree is a major accomplishment and reflects years of dedication and hard work. On behalf of Dr. Patricia Komaniki, Vice Provost for the Graduate Affairs and Dean of College of Graduate Studies, I offer my warmest congratulations to our newest recipients in recognition of their efforts. Please join me in recognizing these candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Pocott. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon all of the qualified candidates for all doctoral degrees, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met the requirements. You are charged with the duties and responsibilities of the degree and granted the privileges and prerogatives appertaining thereto. The doctoral graduates may now move their tassels from the back left of their mortarboards to the front left side. Please join me in recognizing these doctoral degree recipients. Congratulations.
I now invite the candidates for all doctoral degrees to come forward to receive the congratulations of President Naganathan, Board of Trustees Chair Zerbe, and myself. Dr. Barry Shorman, Associate Dean of the Health Sciences, will assist me in presenting diploma cases to the candidates. Dr. Ron Opp, Graduate Council Chair, will read the names of the doctoral candidates and their advisors.
Ann F. Tretton, hooded by David Maben.
Latarsha Miller, hooded by Dr. Ronald Opp. Brian Eugene Stockdale, hooded by Dr. Opp. Claire Seamer, hooded by Dr. Ron Opp.
Peter Poprisky, hooded by Dr. Svetlana Belchikova. Leslie Nyland, hooded by Dr. John Locks. Katsumi Yamazaki, hooded by Dr. Susanna Hopgood. Nathan Ziegler, hooded by Dr. Susanna Hopgood. Erica Friedrich, hooded by Dr. Beth Ann Hokovich. And also Andrea Frederick. Nicole Orlov, hooded by Dr. Beth Ann Holtkovich. Hello. Okay. A. Lynn Umbarger, accompanied by husband Dr. Gardner Umbarger and father Dr. William Judy. Nancy Parker Shea, hooded by Dr. Revathi Kumar. Brianne Klingel, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. There you go. Logan King, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. Anna Grieger, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. Lindsay Wigand, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. Annalise Worsdahl, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. Anna Kieo, hooded by Dr. Alexia Metz. Rachel Ann Griffin, hooded by Dr. Martin Rice. Anna Jones, hooded by Dr. Martin Rice. Ellen Del Valle, hooded by Dr. Martin Rice. Hanu Robinson, hooded by her mother, Ann Eisenhower. Jenna Wells, hooded by her brother, Dr. Joel Harmon. Elise Mortal, hooded by her father, Dr. Russell Ramey. Chelsea Meek, hooded by Dr. Julie Thomas. Heather Griffin Vieth, hooded by Dr. Julie Jepson Thomas. Courtney Lay, hooded by Dr. Julie Thomas. Danielle Fowler, hooded by Dr. Julie Jepson Thomas. Bridget Kreutz, hooded by her uncle, Dr. Brian Cunningham, MD. Colleen Taylor, hooded by Dr. J.J. Shee. Shelby Lynn Mack, hooded by her sister, Dr. Stephanie Simon. Anthony Grant Smith, hooded by his sister, Dr. Casey Carr. Joseph Sengros, hooded by his cousin, Patrick Latina, DPT. Sean Cameron Dennis, hooded by Dr. Thomas McLaughlin. Megan Quinlivan Beard, hooded by Dr. Phil Gribble. Shinichiro Shihan Sugiura, hooded by Dr. Barry Scheuerman. Trent Kayot, hooded by Dr. Barry Scheuerman. Jacob Lauver, hooded by Dr. Barry Scheuerman. James Hopper Fry, hooded by Dr. Abraham Lee. Ricky Lay, hooded by her father, Dr. Greg Lay. Tanya Haley, hooded by her sister, Dr. Andrea Reed, PharmD. Maggie Ray, hooded by her husband, Dr. Mitchell Ray. Emily Kinneff, hooded by her sister, Dr. Amanda Wheaton. Jared DeVille, hooded by his father, Patrick DeVille. Stephen Vakulik, hooded by Dr. Michael Anthony Teval. Zachary Dawson, hooded by Dr. Michael Teeble. Rachel Prohl, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Amanda Cupp, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Haley Cox, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Shannon Canary, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Jessica Keller, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Beth Brooks, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Olivia Terrell, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Kate Yo, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Jessica Scheib, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Kathleen Lilovic, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Kevin Rodabaugh, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Emily Zenchek, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Lauren Renee Hyberhausen, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Alexander Hoffman, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Justin Rice, hooded by Dr. Michelle Masterson. Thank you. Felicia Kreinbrink, hooded by Dr. Sammy Span. Sherry Ann Gunsch, hooded by her husband, Dr. Greg Gunsch. Diana Labiche, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Sandra Meek Speller, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Omama Alhadradivi, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Kelsey Kreis, hooded by Lee Charlotte and Becky Schneider. Who's hooding you? Dr. Elizabeth Craigle, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Chelsea Chandler, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Claire. Claire Stuve, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Henry Marshall, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. William Miller, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Karen Miko, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Leila Abu Hassoun, hooded by Dr. Lee Charlotte. Yu Gu, hooded by Dr. Marcella Quijos and Lee Charlotte. Frederick Guy, hooded by Dr. Marcella Quijos. Om Kumar Thapa, hooded by Dr. Lynn Hamer and Dr. Victoria Stewart.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay. Michael Hill, hooded by Dr. Dale Snoward.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Colette McAfee, hooded by her mother, Dr. Alice McAfee.
Today, there are 621 candidates for master's degrees, 27 candidates for graduate certificates, and 32 candidates for education specialist. Candidates for undergraduate degrees include 2,075 for baccalaureate degrees and 48 for associate degrees. 43 of our candidates have completed the requirements for fulfillment of their baccalaureate study through our university's Jessup Scott Honors College. They are wearing medallions attached to gold ribbons in order to commemorate high achievement in the rigorous honors curricula here at the university. Degree candidates graduating from the Jessup Scott Honors College, please rise to be recognized for your outstanding accomplishments. Please be seated. At this time, we would also like to recognize the candidates who have completed the Army ROTC program and have been commissioned as officers and are graduating today. Would the new officers who are with us today please stand? Please be seated. A number of our graduating candidates today are also wearing honors cords. Those wearing blue and gold twisted cords are graduating as baccalaureates with highest distinction, or summa cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 or higher for all college work. Those wearing blue cords are graduating as baccalaureates with higher distinction, or magna cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.6 for all college work. Those wearing gold cords are graduating as baccalaureates with high distinction, or cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.3 for all college work. Those wearing white cords are graduating as associates with high scholarship. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.3 for all college work at the associate level. Please join me in applause to acknowledge the scholastic achievement of all of these students. On behalf of the University of Toledo community and the Student Veterans of America University of Toledo chapter, It is my privilege and honor to recognize those graduates adorned with red, white, and blue military honor cords. These courageous men and women have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces. We thank you for your distinguished service and your sacrifices for our country. Please stand and be recognized. I now call Dean Dennis Letman, who will present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Adult and Lifelong Learning.
Will candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Adult and Lifelong Learning please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Adult and Lifelong Learning, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Please join me in recognizing these baccalaureate degree candidates. Congratulations all. Please be seated.
I now call Dean Penny Poplin-Gazzetti, who will present candidates for Education Specialist, Master's, and Baccalaureate degrees in the Judith Herb College of Education.
Will all the candidates for Education Specialist and Master's degrees from the Judith Herb College of Education please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the Judith Herb College of Education, I am pleased to present the candidates for Education Specialist and the degrees of Master of Education, Master of Music in Music Education, and Master of Science and Education. Please join me in recognizing these Education Specialist and Master's degree candidates. Congratulations. Please be seated. The following candidates will graduate summa cum laude. They are asked to rise as their names are called. Christine Marie Gramza, Neil Michael Hetrick, Crystal Marie Kevinig, Kayla Osarzak, and Kara Marie Segler. Will all candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Judith Herb College of Education please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the Judith Herb College of Education, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Education. Please join me in recognizing these baccalaureate candidates. Congratulations, and please be seated.
I now call Dean Christopher Ingersoll to present the candidates for graduate certificate, master's, and baccalaureate degrees in the College of Health Sciences.
Will all candidates for graduate certificate and master's degrees from the College of Health Sciences please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Health Sciences, I am pleased to present the candidates for graduate certificate and the degrees of Master of Arts and Master of Science in Exercise Science. Please join me in recognizing these master's degree candidates. Please be seated. The following students will graduate summa cum laude. They are asked to rise as their names are called. Lori L. Bissell, Elizabeth S. Cummins, Ruben Pierce Fonseca, Marin Grace Fry, Trevor G. Hawks, Mofito Halo, Deborah J. Huff, Jordan Nicole James, Maxwell Scott Leffler, Rachel Massengill, Caitlin F. Shadler, Kelsey Marie Steele, Marissa Aguilina Tomei, and Amy Lynn Tussin. Please be seated. Will all candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Health Sciences please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Health Sciences, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, and Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Care. Please join me in recognizing these baccalaureate degree candidates. Please be seated.
I now call Dean Thomas Gutteridge, who will present the candidates for Graduate Certificate, Education Specialist, Master's, Baccalaureate, and Associate degrees in the College of Social Justice and Human Service.
Will all candidates for Graduate Certificate, Education Specialist, and Master's degree from the College of Social Justice and Human Service please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Social Justice and Human Service, I am pleased to present the candidates for Education Specialist, Graduate Certificate, and the degrees of Masters of Arts, Masters of Education, and Master of Social Work. Please join me in recognizing these master's degree candidates. Please be seated. The following students will graduate summa cum laude. They're asked to rise as their names are called. Joseph Everhart, Christopher Anders Mead, Karen K. Neff. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will all candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Social Justice and Human Service please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Social Justice and Human Service, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, and Bachelor of Social Work. Please join me in recognizing these baccalaureate candidates. Please be seated. Will all candidates for associate degrees in the College of Social Justice and Human Service please rise? President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Social Justice and Human Service, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate of Applied Science. Please join me in recognizing these associate degree candidates. Please be seated. Congratulations to all of the college graduates. Go forth and do well.
Will all candidates for Education Specialist, Graduate Certificate, Master's degrees, and undergraduate degrees please rise? President Naganathan, these students have completed all requirements for baccalaureate, master's degrees, or graduate certificates.
The faculty and the Board of Trustees join me in delivering these congratulations and in noting the insoluble link between you and the University of Toledo. We are linked forever. Our good fortune is your good fortune. Your success is our pride. Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon all of the qualified candidates for baccalaureate and master's degrees, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met the requirements. You are charged with the duties and responsibilities of the degree and granted the privileges and prerogatives appertaining thereto. The master's graduates may now move their tassels from the back right of their mortarboards to the back left of their mortarboards. All baccalaureate and associate graduates may now move their tassels from the front right side of their mortarboards to the back right side of their mortarboards. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. Please be seated.
At this time, we invite the marshals to escort the candidates for master's and undergraduate degrees to receive the congratulations of their respective dean and a member of our Board of Trustees. Candidates from the Colleges of Social Justice and Human Service and Adult and Lifelong Learning will come forward in continuing order to the west lower stage to my right. Candidates from the Judith College of Education and the College of Health Sciences will come forward in continuing order to the east lower stage to my left. After students have been greeted by your dean and trustee, you are asked to return to your seats and be seated.
Tara L. McDonald. Carlos Pinkerton. Bradley Schaefer. Michelle Sherwin.
Erica Ringler.
Amber Nicole Gibson.
Gregory Dempsey.
Carolyn Eaton.
Stephen Joseph Camella.
Brandy Walthall.
Jason Duras.
Ahmed Hassan.
Kimberly Sams.
Mitchell Perez.
Jennifer Leonard.
Brittany Corer.
Carla Smith.
Alexandra White.
April Engard.
Jesse Kaufman.
Natasha Allen.
Patrick Rayner.
Tamra Bacon.
Monica Spittler.
Kate Snyder.
Laura Sperling.
Felicia Roberts Dunstan.
Fennell Williams.
Megan Barnum.
Andrea Marie Leslie.
Caitlin Zimmerman.
Nicole Baldick.
Elizabeth Winter.
Sarah Daniels.
Bonnie Chudzinski,
Mindy Nicholson,
Juliana Frost,
Kelly Rutledge,
Angela Heyer-Holzer,
Justin McCutcheon,
Nina Beckford,
Kimberly Babcock,
Angie Duran,
Heather Brown,
Erin Crabtree,
Christine Marie Miller,
Melissa Jacobs,
Katie Lynn Starkey,
Nicole Nieves,
Anna Bachman,
Elizabeth Holzhauer,
Tabitha Mowell,
Veronica Templin,
Sheree McZahn,
Rachel Lechner,
Sam Mosiniak,
Jessica Swan,
Lance Quartz,
Dion Dulce,
Ashley Miles,
Lori Schwab,
Emily Jager,
Alyssa Hoop,
Chelsea Gaudep,
Lindsay Traver,
Kara Story,
Brittany Kuhlman,
Patrice Wiley,
Layal Nasserdeen,
Love Llewellyn,
Amy Lee Fleming,
Janice Kuchar,
Samantha Mitchell,
Luana Holub,
Tammy Lynn Biddix,
Teresa Lopez,
Boris Cameron,
Jessica Hoyt,
John Pinto,
Ariel Harvey,
Carrie Fell Wenning,
Cody Meinert,
Julie Studer,
Christina Hendershot,
Rebecca Leonard,
Terry Kern,
Laura DeGasto,
Aaron Daum,
Andrea Rodriguez,
Megan Cords,
Angela Reiner,
Tam,
Nicole Spewick,
Amanda Fike,
Jennifer Caitlin Ryan,
Melissa Nicole Welch Shackle,
Elizabeth Henshaw,
Brittany Senior Harris,
Jonathan Moravitz,
Eric Brian Wheeler,
Lindsay Barton,
Katie Stransky,
Melissa Paget,
Alyssa Essert,
Chelsea Stewart,
Cassandra Kunkel,
Christine Marie Gramza,
Bushira Abdurrahman,
Lauren Dudley,
Michael Daum,
Kevin Hazel,
Shaylee Fariza,
Jeremy Kimberlin,
Samantha Kaylee,
Catherine Hellauer,
Kimberly Legru,
Drew Tanzel,
Stacy Wittenmeyer,
Taylor Ray,
Michael Moliette,
Brianna Thomas,
Brandy Nowicki,
Benjamin Miller,
Amanda Mayers,
Stephen Becker,
Christopher Meads,
Abby Matthew,
Jared Schaefer,
Caitlin Mayshare,
Kayla Martz,
Andrea Beard,
Justin Liptak,
Carolyn Furtall,
Randy Lynn Holly,
Danielle Davis,
Alexandra MacArthur,
Emma Monahan,
Shamiri Johnson,
Melissa Negri,
Joel Wager,
Haley Hoffmeyer,
Angelina Thurman,
Stephanie Kapek,
Candace Lynette Hall,
Shuley Jones,
Megan Anthony, Emily Krawetsky, Amber Fisher, Tori Harper, Melanie Najine,
Kayla Ozarzak,
Haley Edgel,
Rachel Spangler,
Caitlin Marie Metzger,
Julie Perry,
Nicole Roytek,
Katie Shepard,
Tamara Golden,
Megan Ophelia Banks,
Deanne Miller,
Megan Allman,
Roshana Perkins,
David Schnitker,
Karen Neff,
Amber Youngs,
Mackenzie Ray Anderson,
Lauren King,
Amanda Karnowski,
Crystal Kevinig,
Kaylee Notice,
Brittany Kleino,
Tony Epperson,
Angela O'Shea,
Jacob Spellis,
Brittany LePage,
Courtney Kazmarek,
Jessica Smith,
Andrew Joseph Lamore,
Bryson Fisher,
Benjamin Daniel Jordan,
Kian Searcy,
Elizabeth Sugg,
Casey Witt,
Brianna Ellen,
Colin Walker,
Sharnique King,
Matthew Karras,
Shanna Sadowski,
Neil Hetrick,
Mariah Mussel,
Aaron Mikey,
Laura Faree,
Chelsea Ray Guerin,
Madison Gornick,
Mallory Murphy,
Ryan Adams,
Shelby Vaughn,
Dieris Foley,
Emily Dannenberger,
Brandon Myers,
Jamie Donaldson,
Mackenzie Brown,
Emily Natter,
Ariel Scatia,
Catherine Heffron,
Claudia Romero,
Cassie Ladd,
Jennifer Maynard,
Tiffany Fulford,
Benjamin Remaklis,
Timothy Moore,
Jessica Williams,
Ashley Fisher,
Christy McCarty,
Amanda Jennett,
Summer Hoban,
Olivia Zuba,
Sarah Stutz,
Tatiana Castro Lamley,
Christian Kohler,
Caitlin Huff,
Joshulette Buchanan,
Joy Graysick,
Ezra Kenley,
Aaron Jones,
Muhammad Muhammad,
Christian Jamar Leroy Smith.
Joshua Kennedy,
April Wolsher.
Meredith Dumalski,
Carmela Tishri.
Abigail Bellis,
Allison Schultz.
Taylor Schooley,
Dawn Marie Ely.
Kelsey Green,
Rebecca Jean Weniger.
Abby Grisham,
Brandon Schweibert.
Jonathan Stafford,
Desmond Harvey.
Michelle Beef,
Anna Lichtenstein.
Anthony Martin,
Emily Philoremin.
Elia Janae McKinney,
Shara Gosher.
Brandy Lachey Moss,
Bryn Flory.
Essence Rose Bates,
Pamela Shue.
Brittany Keever,
Kaylee Junga.
Shauna Michelle Faison,
Kayla Brianne Dandino.
Jadel Cummings,
Kelly Deanne Drelica.
Christine Rose Kaufman,
Kelsey O'Neill.
Special Okasia Cobb,
Nicole Zillich.
Elizabeth Knighton,
Kristen Clemens.
Heather Eichenberg,
Jill Fink.
Rachel Rooks,
Mackenzie Bagan.
Devin Tursky,
Danielle Marie Torp.
Amber Maley,
Kelsey Shearman.
Samantha Pasco,
Caitlin Golan.
Luz J. Ozuna,
Catherine Howard.
Deontay Howard,
Rachel Eckel.
Dominic Strodes,
Kelsey Place.
Justin Drummond,
Chelsea Fries.
Allison Westrup,
Cassandra Sparks.
Jessica Worley,
Julie Adelphia.
Kiera Johnson,
Kelly McNamee.
Amanda Scarborough,
Ashley Spielman.
Stephen Capella,
William Thomas Youngton.
Christopher Capella,
Rebecca Haas.
Michael Kosey,
Melody Alsweed.
Ross Pillmore,
Shireen Alo.
Teague Bowers,
Catherine Anderson.
Shushu,
Amanda Jane Schmidt.
Paul Galoro,
Lisa Schmidt.
Amber Lynn Zervis,
Melissa Lovell.
Allison Hunt,
Ashley Motter.
Tiana Hood,
Kristen Simbos.
Kiera Erhadis,
Emily Korfman.
Jalen Hairston,
Allison Findley.
Krishawn Hatchett,
Josie Maza.
Tashana McKinsky,
Brooke Ripken.
Joshua A. Griffith,
Kristen Jurek.
Craig Runyon,
Catherine McIntyre. Rachel Nye.
Ayub Hamia,
Brianna Missler,
Elijah Jones,
Chelsea Yost,
Eddie Cheatham Nuruz,
Kiana Borden,
Shakeda Watson,
Morgan Tyson,
Brianna Pat,
Melody Orlu, Julianne Mazur,
Tamara Lynn Turner Fusini,
Shannon Joseph,
Kyrin Boyd,
Brooke Frazier,
Zachary Soroziak,
Megan Smith,
Alexandra Rushing,
Emily Smith,
Kimberly Monique Hughes,
Jacob Corbett,
Taylor Marie Perkins,
Jordan Monier,
Nicole Harb,
Jeffrey Suchin,
Horaison Stimes,
Tyson Ringel,
Abby Schreckengast,
Bayan Olazaher,
Joshua Lewis, Kyle Driftmeyer,
Adezea Ezepawe,
Zachary Reese,
Blair Merritt,
Nathan Dunlop,
Akamabasia Aquiri,
Madeline Marie Heisen,
Sierra Flowers,
Eric Wade,
Darlashea Hall,
Bubba Wallace,
Lauren Gorhowell,
Rosalind Knightland,
Mackenzie Shanowski, Travis Reynolds,
Tanya McAlpine,
Princetta Cummings,
Mike Lancaster,
Gabriel McKinnon,
Chestelia Benson,
Nicholas Eberhard,
Tyler Stone,
Dominic Cassie Klumpong,
Danielle Peace, Lamar Davenport,
Catherine Hendricks,
Hanan Chiab,
Marianne Al-Sahorli,
Dan Davis,
Katie Dibble,
Maria Arreguin,
Lauren Cottrell,
Adam Cole,
Matthew Leifheit,
Gail Herr,
Ashley Balmer,
Philip Stone,
Hannah Liegner,
Bonnie Jean Vance,
Heather Pokorin,
David Michael Douglas,
Caroline Wakaba,
Jeremy Parlett,
Carol Jean Jagowskinski,
Alexander Meisen,
Blake Warnament,
Sarah Woodward,
Marguerite Bacon,
Aaron Burkert,
Kelly Schlachter,
Ellison Roselle,
Danielle Bolliet,
Amber Bomilla,
Hannah Garwood,
Sarah Stebaner,
Paige Norden,
Sierra Spires,
Melinda Bolger,
Amanda Dew,
Brandon Stewart,
Mary Chalet Brooks,
Elisa Bell,
Kimberly Wagerman,
Alexandra Bowen,
Michelle Ann Moore,
Kayla Limbert.
Jamie Gray Sawyer.
Maya Janim Bergos.
Taisha Shanae Forward.
Danielle Kohler.
Brandy Jordan.
Kinsey Wenning.
Jason Engelmeyer.
Julie Parker.
Noel Youssef.
Aaron Baluk.
Homer Javier Chapa Jr.
Roger Swanson.
Michael Woowert.
Tia Burkhead.
Richard Eder.
Nicholas Sanchez.
Amanda Glassford.
Sharon Morgan.
James Rutledge III.
Yasmin Abdel Karim.
John Wodarski.
Casey Truss.
Nathaniel James Osborne.
Ali Ishmael.
Cody Redder.
Kyla Heflinger.
Gino Chernowiski.
Rachel McGarity.
Dennis LaValle.
And Marie Blanks.
Kelly Lucius.
Dominique Gillespie.
Jacqueline Snell.
Alexa Boyer.
Ana Patricia Marquez.
Erica Trudler.
Jacob Torres.
Suad Abdullahi.
Luis Espinosa.
Ashley Perry.
Christine Potts Gibson.
Ruslan Sergeyev.
Tiffany Cow. Jenny Roop.
Amal Tahir.
Dana Scott.
Marianne Barcottle.
Emily Wilson.
Jessica Mose.
Rachel Jagosinski.
Aaron Fowler.
Paige Ginneman. Shabran
Naima
Kurt.
Ubia Igwe.
Shabran Kurtz Ross.
Jordan Binford.
Gabrielle Carter.
Cassandra Lohr.
Chris Ellis.
Kevin Smith.
Dominique Sanders.
Kriana Huff.
Emmanuel Higgins.
Mariah Culpepper.
Tiana Lanice Gilmer.
Heather Kravitz.
Jared Stillwell.
Kelly Morgan.
Alan Luth.
Omni Rollison.
Shanae Thomas.
Megan Thomas.
Michelle Shy.
Carly Gooding.
Delisha Osley.
Amanda Isaacson.
Christopher Desuit.
Joshua Kiefer.
Ashley Leanne Clark.
Lauren Peroni.
Asia Lynn Edwards.
Ibrahim Awada.
Nathaniel Austin.
Michael Armstrong.
J.D. Weatherspoon.
Rami Amro.
Jaron Elliott.
Maxwell Leffler.
Keenan F.A.F. Gibbs.
Eric Myers.
Christian F.A.F. Dukes.
Daunte Hill.
Justin Olak,
Zachary James Beck,
Benjamin Jones,
Jordan Nicholas Glebe,
Tyler Wolf,
Corey Michael Demsky,
Daisy Sawyers,
Chelsea Schwartz,
Angel Aparicio,
Brianna Anderson,
Kathy Taylor,
Benjamin Sinai Shrebdi,
Theonia Griffith,
Jared Lilyhorn,
Yuhun Kim,
Kimberly Short,
Alexandria Bauer,
Haley Bayshore,
Andrea Kirsch,
Megan Todd, Christopher Etzinger, Aaron Lee, Allison Stickler, Bethany Fuller, Jihad Smith, Danielle Stewart, Alexis Davis, Emily Krupa, Victoria Petrakowski, Kelly Kale, Jenna Wetzel, Catherine Calhoun, Erica Heil, Hisham Abad, Brandy Bojanowski, Nicole Sika, Kelsey Springer, Tiffany Dizard, Megan Renati, Jordan Bear, Alicia Taylor Frank, Emily Kohler, Haley Krell, Casey Anderson, Taylor Smith, Devin Goodrich, Donald Riggs, Carrie Leatherman, Carrie Grillo, Joshua Marshall, Dylan Davies, Nicholas Wong, Allison Lindsay Belcher, Alexa Allor, Sarah Sieg, Rebecca Rhodes, Paige Huntsman, Rio James, Megan Topoleski, Amanda Matthias. Alexandra Catherine Shoup. Ryan Rennick. Joshua McKinney. Antonio R. Presley, Jr. Joel Jed Krotz. Kelsey Marie Steele. Nicole Elizabeth Kay. Jordan James. Tiffany Griffin. Jamie Tidd. Stephanie Tony Tanus. Emily Lynn Yalachi. Emily Claire Boone. Ruben Pierce Fonseca. Cameron Lombardi. Tyler Thaler. Thomas W. Lee. Trevor Hawks. Nathan Heinlein. Marissa Tomei. Marin Grace Fry. Maria Bargatti. Rayanne Antoncheski. Rachel Lee Powers. Elizabeth Mary Oda. Caitlin Schradler. Catherine Yates. Hannah Foch. Shaylee Wantuck. Kristen Troyer. Brittany Guillaume. Courtney Rakes. Rachel Massengill. Kayla Major. Emily Miller. Mary Rose Pocken. Jacqueline Harley. Kaylee Rusticelli. Jennifer Hanchi. Dorothea Charnas. Andrea Pearson. Daniel Conway. Andrew Karsten. Amanda Young. Casey Robinson. Bethany Canstrario. Mofida Hilo. Kristen Schweller. Sabine Qureshi. Rana Gottschall. Catherine Heinrich, Andrea Fagionato, Bethany Martin, Taylor Goshi, Allison Shagowski, Brittany Newton, Amanda Cooper, Alonzo Blackwell, Joy Akuchia, Rebecca Grosh, Taylor Parker, Sarah Grisbowski, Veronica Holmes, Rachel Finley, Nicole Geiler, Melissa Shoemaker, Tony Saldana, Samantha Goodwin, Jacqueline Corva, Anthony Lawrence McGee, Randy Oberstar, Jesse Perry, Kristen Dimokia, Kara Wellens, Elizabeth Sue Cummins, Amy Tucson, Renee Roberts, Deborah Huff, Juliana Prime, Congratulations, graduates. You now join the ranks of thousands of University of Toledo alumni who serve our global, regional, and local communities as artists, businessmen and women, engineers, physicians, lawyers, dentists, pharmacists, humanists, environmentalists, scientists, engineers, and educators. As you start this next phase of your life, please continue to educate yourself. Use what you have learned to benefit the places and people around you, and never stop learning. Knowledge is a very powerful thing. Please use yours to help others. Earlier, we recognized the mothers who support our graduates. I would like to take a moment now to recognize all of the important people here today that form the family support system. Without them, the attainment of a degree would be more difficult. So to those who contribute to that support system, let me say thank you. Parents, grandparents, spouses, partners, Thank you for believing in your graduate. Sisters, brothers, children, and grandchildren, without you, it may not have been possible. Friends, mentors, and loved ones, thank you for your encouragement. So please allow me to take this opportunity to extend a round of hands to all of these family support system members. I would also like to extend a special thanks to many UT staff members who work so hard to make this commencement a reality. They do a wonderful job, as you can see how well this whole event has flown. And finally, I would like to thank Dr. Jason Stumbo, Director of Bands, and the members of our University of Toledo Wind Ensemble for providing the beautiful music we have heard today. Please join me in a round of applause for these folks. Thank you. Now, to those I have just named and our graduates, let's bring the house down with not a polite applause, but a standing, stomping, yelling, enthusiastic round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. I now ask you to rise for the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Nina Edda. Those in academic regalia will remain standing for the recessional. All others are asked to take their seats after the Alma Mater and to remain seated until the graduates have left.